Hamish and Sandy from monline.co.nz. Sandy is an KiwiSaver investment advisor and an insurance advisor.
Yep.
But today we are talking about KiwiSaver because there's some changes happening, right? And there's some changes happening. Sandy's going to give some thoughts around what the impact of those changes will be, but also we'll just talk about fund types in general, the differences, the impact in the long run. So, Sandy, what are these changes and when do they take place again?
So the change is already taken place. The KiwiSaver contribution rate was increased from 3% to 3.5% starting from April. So by 2028, so it will be increased to 4%. So so it sounds like it's not very much increase. The total increase is 1%, but the impact can be great on the retirement fund.
Yeah, because first of all, you don't have to contribute 4% if you don't want to, right? But if the employer is matching you, how much is it an impact over the long term? So, let's say you're a 35-year-old on 100K, or a 30-year-old, sorry, on 100K income. What does that 1% do by retirement?
So 1% increase of the contribution rate, that person earning 100,000. So the increase is 1,000 per year. I mean the contribution for the employee. But if they are after for example, a moderate fund, assuming the return is 5% each year, so when they retire, they can get 100,000 more.
Okay.
So it's quite nice. But if they are after an aggressive fund, like around 10% average return, so the impact is quite a lot. So the extra money they can earn will be around 250,000.
Right. Wow. Sorry, earn, but they'll also be contributing as well. So that includes the growth and what they contributed. But in terms of the fund types, you mentioned moderate and growth. They seem to have some big differences.
Yeah.
So entire funds, how much difference are we talking at retirement?
You mean for, okay. So for the retirement balance, the same person, if they're after a moderate fund, the retirement, when they retire, they can get like around 450,000, assuming zero balance when they are 30 years old. But if they are after an aggressive fund, so the total retirement lump sum will be around close to 1 million.
So double.
Yeah, more than double.
Yeah. So the fund type is so important that you pick, right? Of course, that's all assuming that there's no pay rises during this entire 30-year-old's lifetime, which is so that the impact will be much bigger than that actually with pay rises, right? Now, some people might get excited about this, and I saw a client the other day, and they're heavily contributing to KiwiSaver, more than the minimum, more than what the employer matches. Is that a good idea?
The answer is yes or no. So they have the sense of to making the money works for them. But I think there are some other better options. For example, some providers, they do have open managed fund. So by investing that kind of fund, you don't have any limitation on how and when you withdraw the money. Yep. So you can make contribution, for example, monthly, or you can make a lump sum investment, or you can stop the investment anytime. But you can also withdraw anytime.
Right. So and that's a good point, because that's what I would have thought. And again, this is very general advice, right? So it comes down to individual circumstances, and they see an investment advisor like yourself to tailor make the advice, because some people, I guess the reason why that person might have been putting it into KiwiSaver is they might have thought, you know what, I'm too under-disciplined, I don't know if I can control myself if I have access to it.
Yeah.
But on the other side of the coin is people get into emergencies.
Yeah.
And KiwiSaver is not easy to withdraw, right?
Yeah. True.
Well, thank you for that, Sandy. I think that has been insightful. I mean, I think it's exciting changes ahead. It's going to probably mean a bit more work for you.
Yep, that would be great.
Cool. Thanks for watching. And if you need any advice, feel free to reach out.